Sin City Submission Series is proudly brought to you by CBD Health Solutions, injitsu.com, Impact Dental Designs NYC, and Zebra Mats. Train with confidence.
Well, we got Keith Krikorian versus Marco Brito coming up in the semifinals. Keith holding a couple sub wins over Elijah Tagalog in the first and over Leo Domingos in the second. We got Marco, who got the win over Rashawn Foreman in the first round, and then the win over Abdul Aziz in the quarterfinals. So now both guys are in the semifinals on the left side of the 155-pound bracket.
It's pretty impressive, man. And I mean, that's the nicest part about seeing this back. I mean, we're talking about Keith Krikorian, who has always been on a hot streak. This kid, 2-3 years ago, was on like a 67, 63 win streak.
Yeah, I think it did get up over 60 or 70 matches at a certain point.
It was impressive, man.
It's super impressive. And yeah, he's just been on a tear the last few years, just competing all the time. I'll tell you what, though, Marco Brito, man, he came game ready to compete here with no fear against Keith Krikorian, sitting back into the leg entanglements. Marco really showing his composure in some of these matches and, showing that, hey, I'm a blue belt, but I have the skills to compete with these guys.
And a lot of the times, I mean, you might get rolls with these guys in the room, but it's not the same as the competition.
Right. Everything's turned up, of course. So guys are looking to, you're looking to break. You're not just looking to tap somebody. You're looking to break them in order to get that W. Because, again, this is cash money. At the end of the day, it's about the dough, and these guys are coming ready to win it. Keith here looking to establish. We haven't seen him play a ton of top game today, but he is doing pretty well trying to establish on Marco. There's a reverse of positions. And Marco looking to take the seated position still. Again, maybe he thinks he holds a strategic advantage with Keith's passing, maybe not being as great as his guard, but he's definitely forcing that bottom position and making Keith pass. But Keith is a great passer in his own right. I know he doesn't maybe get a lot of love for it, but his passing is really good, and he sets it up well with attacks by subs. He looks to set up the sub attacks, and then when you commit to defense is when he passes your guard.
I mean, I think that's the hard part to kind of wager here, is that sometimes Keith's decision to both pull and pass are strategic. So a lot of the times if that guy is looking to pass, he's usually trying to make you forget a little bit.
Really good defensive take from Marco right there. Keith sat back into the leg entanglement. Marco defended, attacked his own, and used that to come up behind Keith. Of course, he ended up sitting back down again, but you see the level of leg lock comfortability that Marco has, even against the heel hook artist like Keith, man. Marco's showing that he is savvy in that game. You see Keith setting back, kind of testing the perimeter, seeing how well that Ashi entry is going to go, and Marco's staying right with him.
Again, it's always something fun to watch. I mean, you always get a great sense of joy whenever you're like, man, Keith's going to be there. You know it's going to be intense, and already right now looking really solid in on this leg.
Yeah, he's got that outside heel hook position. Marco looking very composed. Yeah. I mean, it's tight. Trust me, I'm right there staring at it. It was tight. I was looking right at Marco, and he's just looking at me dead face, like, nope. Nothing. And I'm like, all right.
If you say so, dude.
Must be nice to be 19. All right.
I mean, you know what the nice part about that is? Every time you see something like that, you just go like, hey, kids, the rest of us want to keep our legs for, something functional to go and work with.
Right. And it's like, man, I don't particularly want my ligaments twisted on by Keith Krikorian.
No, not particularly not.
Here he is back on another leg entanglement.
Oof. And this is, again, it's the nice part is he's taking his time here. So even if this isn't going to promote a submission, at the very least, this is a grueling part to be a part of.
Yeah, just getting that pressure put on your leg. Even though Marco's trying to defend by separating Keith's right now and spinning, Keith is staying on that inside heel hook position in the 50-50. Marco is just really controlling the hand here. You see his left hand is controlling Keith's. He's maybe looking to sit back and separate Keith's feet here to attack his own. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's looking to separate Keith's feet, and he's pulling his own knee line out. I think just Marco has a lot of natural dexterity, because I saw his knee in some jeopardy a couple times, but he didn't even flinch. He just had a stone cold poker face. So maybe that's something that he's just got that no one knows about.
I mean, this is At the very least, I like you clapping here, by the way. At the very least, this is a true hair versus hair match. You've got the colored hair versus Keith's Corona hair, one might call it.
Definitely some Corona hair with that mop head Keith Krikorian's rocking. But, you know, you got guys got their own little style going. And Marco, again, really coming to show out. He's putting up a great defensive effort against Keith Krikorian here.
What I really appreciate about Keith's passing right there is the way he addresses the arms as he's advancing position.
Back into the leg entanglement. There he goes on that knee bar, looking to spin and go into the outside heel hook.
He's got some time here, man.
Marco's bottom secondary leg is also being laid on, so he can't really use that secondary leg for defense here. Again, I feel like Marco just has a lot of ability with the leg dexterity. I was there checking for the time because this was kind of an exciting match. So I was like, oh man, I hope it doesn't end, but at the same time, you know, you want to see a sub, you want to see a finish. Marco, again, going back to the attack on Keith, just being very lackadaisical. I felt like at a certain point he said, you know what, I get my leg cranked on all the time and no one's going to tap me with a leg lock. And he's just looking real comfortable, and that may be a mistake against Keith Krikorian because Keith Krikorian's been in there with elite world-class guys and has broken them off.
Yep. And I think that was one of the hardest things to kind of watch in this match, is just being like, I mean, you kind of get a sense of how Keith plays. You just sometimes don't know what Keith you see. You may study his tape, but this dude's competed so much. He has a very diverse way of attacking.
He does, and you see that here as he gets the guard pass against Brito. He's establishing this position, and this is a position Keith kind of excels at, is this arm lock right there, sitting back into the arm bar, and that's a finish. He rolls through, straighten the arm out. He's going to finish him.
There's an attempt to try and get that leg over.
Looks like Marco did a real job of peeling that foot over the face, but Keith ends up tapping him with that hip pressure. And that was all set up from Keith Krikorian in topside control. I was just going to say that's one of his moves right there, is he gets in topside control and gets his leg tucked underneath your shoulder. So when you push off with your frame, he sits back into that sitting arm bar. And that's exactly what happened. Marco forced the roll, and Keith followed him through and was able to establish the
finish. I want to compliment Marco because you could see he was starting the escape. He was trying to get that leg, like a little bit of leverage to get himself out. The hard part is, just a terrible position to be in.
Dude, it was,
credit to him, man.
Credit to him. Great performance. That's a young dude who's a blue belt who came out here and put on a great performance. So we expect a lot from him in the future.